pretty sure Australia is supposed to be known as the hot one. "40-degree days, 75% humidity, 4 hours of basketball training. Jesus Christ." You are likely to receive 2 sets of everyday uniform, your winter and your summer. Your summer one is short-sleeved and the skirt is lighter. The shirts are actually semi-see-through, so it is important to wear a singlet underneath. This stops people from seeing through your shirt, and it also makes it easier to change for PE or club or gym or just changing in general. Your skirt has conveniently placed hidden pockets for either a hand towel, because they do not keep paper towels in the bathrooms, or for a fan for those hot summer days. Depending on your school, you may also have a ribbon or a necktie, or some schools don't have a uniform at all, but who doesn't want a cute Japanese uniform? With ribbons, they all look the same, so it is important to put your initials, or I did a little symbol on mine, just so you can tell them apart when they get mixed up in the changing rooms. Rules always have 2 sides: what you're supposed to do and what everyone actually does. Do not do this the first few weeks. As a foreigner, you are more likely to get corrected on it than a Japanese student, because with the Japanese student, they will just figure that they like it that way. With you, they'll just figure you don't understand. Your skirts generally come just below the knee level, but there's a lot of girls who prefer shorter skirts, and if you don't roll your skirt up, then there is going to be a distinct difference between you and your friends, and you may get them in trouble. If your friends don't roll up your skirts, then you really have nothing to worry about. You're fine. The only trouble with rolling up your skirts is that you can't use the pocket. What is the point of a pocket if you cannot use it? The other thing they do is unbutton their shirt one, but to do this you have to make the ribbon looser. And you do this by tying an elastic band around it. You just break the elastic band in half, tie it through one end, tie it through the other, and then you can just pop it on over your head. While technically makeup's not allowed in Japanese schools, it doesn't mean that people don't wear it. I saw friends with shades as bold as this, although I personally never went beyond a light pink lip gloss. My friends would fix their makeup before basketball games, after basketball games, during lunch. If other people do it, you can do it, just after a month or so. Winter is all about layers. The secret to Japanese winters is heat tech, which is basically thermals that you can buy from Uniqlo, which is a godsend, that store. It's where you get all your winter gear from, all your plain stuff from. Basically anything that you want that's just standard and you want it at a reasonable price, Uniqlo. During winter you receive a heavier skirt, just keeps the wind at bay a bit more. On top of your winter shirt and skirt, your school should also give you a knit jumper. If not, you can go and get a plain one from Uniqlo generally. And then on top of that, you will have your blazer, which you normally only wear to and from school or for formal occasions. When it gets really cold, the girls also get blanket. Your blanket you can use as another jacket, or you can use it as a blanket when you're sitting at your desk, because the school skirts are cooler than the guys' trousers. You can also just use it as a pillow to take naps when you're tired. When it does get cold in winter, you can also wear heat tech leggings or heat tech stockings to keep your legs warmer. The guys wear these under their trousers as well. And then on top of your blaze, you start wearing an overcoat, which works as a windbreaker. And then also to protect your face and your neck a bit more, you can start off with a muffler and then upgrade to, this is a 3-way shawl which I bought from Uniqlo for around $20. You can get these cheaper at other places, but Uniqlo really is one stop for everything. Everyone in Japan uses umbrellas. I very rarely saw a raincoat unless they were mountain climbing, which is ridiculous because the winds there are stronger than the ones in Australia. They use their umbrellas for more than just protection from the rain. They use it for UV as well. I only brought my winter uniform back from Japan, but the summer uniform is short-sleeved and white, with the collar the same colour as the winter uniform, which indicates your year level, and shorts rather than long pants. You wear the summer shirt under the winter uniform. If you join the sports club or any club, then you may end up with a club uniform as well. My club uniform consisted of this jumper, which my coach gave to me, this white club shirt and these pants, which I wore backwards and forwards to school, games and competitions. Underneath these, you would wear your sports gear so you could just strip off. I played basketball, so during winter I had a long sleeved shirt that went over the top of my short sleeved one. It came off pretty quickly once we started to play, and then I just had standard Japanese basketball gear on underneath. When it comes to the school cultural festival, then your class is likely to do a class shirt, and you'll wear that for that day and you won't have to wear it again, but it is something you'll probably want to pack when you go home. And on top of that, if your class does any kind of performance, my class performed Soranbashi, then you will potentially also end up with the uniform from that. Japanese school uniform might seem intimidating and strict at first, but it's surprisingly lax. I was at a private Buddhist school and it was definitely not as strict as we'd been warned about. I know schools in Australia that are way stricter. But for someone who had never worn a proper school uniform before, for me it was quite interesting trying to learn all this and figure it out as I went. So here is a video to help you guys, and hopefully you'll have better luck with it than I did at the start.